I have your attention, please? The interview is about to begin. First of all, we would like to greet everyone a happy, lovely Wednesday. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Why don't we make this interview not just a wonderful day, but also a day full of learning and new experience? I would like to welcome our guest today, Mr. Kenneth Raimundo. He is 28 years old and a successful engineer. Graduated from Don Honorio Ventura Technological State University in the year 2014. Studies Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Works at Quality Assurance Engineer at Japan Display Incorporated, handling the sales department team of the Priest Company. Our objective on this interview is to ask questions from a successful interviewee, and while he's answering our questions and telling the stories about his life, we are learning and motivating by his experience. We can also learn from him that mistakes is part of success by knowing his past experience. We want to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing us to come here and join us, Mr. Kenneth Raimundo.
Thank you. Thank you, Group 5. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you further introduce... I am Angelica, by the way. Angelica Yalo. Can you further introduce yourself and state your current work or business to us, sir?
Hi, Angelica. Hi, Group 5. So, I am Kenneth Rosan Raimundo, 28 years old from San Pedro Sesmon, Pampanga. But I am currently living in my humble little home at Angeles City. So as Nicholson said a while ago, I graduated last 2014 at Don Honorio Ventura State University, or DABSU, BS in Electronics Engineering. So I've been working for 6 years now, almost 6 years as a quality assurance engineer in Nanox Philippines Incorporated, which is a subsidiary of Japan Display Incorporated. I was hired in the sales team of the Crest Company. So the Crest Company is an electronics company based in Australia. Then I would like to thank you for choosing me as your successful professional to interview today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Once again, sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jade.
I'm Jade from Group 5. So the second question is, has your role in the work affect your attitude or personality since you started? If yes, how did it benefit you?
Yeah, so my role in my work or my work itself as a QA engineer in Nanox and currently as part of the sales team in the Crest Company has greatly affected me as a person right now. And I've gained so many benefits from working. So among all of these benefits, the one thing that I am or that greatly affect me as a person is maturity. So don't get me wrong about this one. Schools, studies, they prepare us for a lot of things, and it is incredibly important. And of course, it is even hard to find a job nowadays without the diploma or without graduating. And also, even if you have a diploma right now, it's even find a job. So what more if you did not graduate, right? So maturity, you cannot learn it by reading books or by solving math problems or any school-related activities. Maturity can only be learned or can only be gained by time and experience, right? So after working for 6 years and counting, I became more mature. Mature in making decisions, mature in dealing people, mature in knowing what to say, when to say, and how to say it, and mature with finances, which is very important nowadays. So basically, mature with a lot of things. So this probably is the main benefit that I've gained after working for 6 years and counting. That's all. So you can now proceed with the next question.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Rolly from Group 5. Is it really possible to experience anything without influence by personal feeling and opinions?
Uh, your question is it really possible to experience anything without influence by a personal feeling and opinions? For me, it is impossible. Why? Because we are humans, right? We naturally have a certain feeling about anything that we experience. And pertaining to the opinions of others towards us, it can also greatly affect on whatever we are encountering or experiencing in life. However, the main point in life is to actually overcome all these feelings. It is normal to be affected by our feelings, personal feelings and opinions of others at a young age. So once you came to a certain level of maturity that I've said a while ago, you will come to a point wherein you won't be affected by all these opinions and personal feelings. So I think it is normal, but the goal is overcome it so that you will be a better person. Yes, that's all.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks, RJ.
thank you, Penetre Mundo. The next question is, what are the good and the bad moments you had while you are trying to achieve your goal to become a successful man and a woman or a woman?
So there are countless, too many to mention, a lot of bad moments that I have encountered. Um, Downfalls, financial problems, um, relationship with my family, and God, just greatly affected by a lot of problems and hardships. But to tell you honestly, uh, all of these bad moments can be turned into good moments. So the most valuable good moment that I can share with you is when you overcome all of these bad moments. You were able to grow and learn from all these bad moments, which made you a better individual. Yeah. So to summarize this one, there are a lot of bad moments, but you can turn them into good moments by overcoming them and learning from them. Yes.
Thank you, sir. So here's the next question. What do you believe is the most important for a person to be a successful professional or person?
Yeah. So with regards to this question, actually I've been thinking about it for a few days right now. And to be honest, uh, I was really hesitant in accepting this interview because I actually asked myself, yes, I have a good work now, a decent work, but do I consider myself a professional? I have investments. I have my own home, my own car, but do I consider myself a successful person? So to answer the question, for me, the most important thing or factor that you need to have to be a successful professional or person is to actually know or have a certain definition of these two words, professional and success. So let's tackle first the word professional. So maybe at this point in your life or being a student, you define a professional like what most of us define it. So probably professional for you is being a graduate, having a white collar job. You imagine a professional wearing a suit and tie, right? Driving to work using his own car, right? But for me, that's not the true definition of a professional. So professional or professionalism for me, it is not a noun, an adjective, or a description. Professional is an act. So all of us can be a true professional in our own way. Kahit hindi ka nakapagtapos, you can also be a professional because it is an act. For example, yung mga vendors natin, magtataho, yan. He can be a professional in his own way. How? Uh, kung magtataho ka, would you wake up lunchtime if you know that you cannot sell taho at lunch? Hindi mo mapapaubos yung tinda mo, di ba? So to be a professional, wake up early because taho is much needed at morning, right? Even the drivers, construction workers, vendors, they can all act as a professional even though they did not graduate. So on the other hand, like us, currently working, having a white collar job, working in our own office, we cannot really consider ourselves professional automatically because what if you're always late to work? You are not competent in what you do. You do not go along well with your office mates. Di mo sila kakasundo. So even though you have a good job on paper, you cannot consider yourself a true professional if you do not act like one. So professional, it is not a description but an act. And next is success. Yeah, very important. We all have our own definition of success. Maybe to you and to others, success is having lots of money, maybe millions or billions, right? Having your own dream house, your own car, having lots of investment. But along the way, what I can share to you is that there are a lot of things that cannot be bought by money, and not all rich persons have a happy life. Do you know that? So for me, at this stage or at this point in my life, I define success as having a peace of mind, peace of heart. You know, you cannot consider yourself a successful person by having only lots of money, but you are not happy inside. You are not
Okay lang
free.
yan.
You do not have a peace of mind. So I think having a peace of mind is even better than having lots of money. Of course, you can always set your goal by having lots of investment, but along the way, I am pretty sure that you will get to a point wherein you will realize that success is more than just personal or material things. Yeah, that is success for me. So to be a successful professional person, to sum up this one, define what is a professional and what is success to you. Yeah, you can learn it along the way. And that's all.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Kenneth Raimundo. Here is the next question. How can we how can we motivate ourselves effectively through the process of developing?
Yeah. Um, there are a million ways of how to motivate yourself. You can find motivation by your family, by your loved ones. And I think I have said lots of important things during the previous questions. So regarding this certain question, maybe I can give you my two favorite quotes uh, as of this moment. So it came from LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. Both are Lakers legend actually. So just a week ago, I saw a post by LeBron James. It says, "What do you want? Having peace with yourself and at war with the world, or having war with yourself or at peace with the world?" So if you were to choose, ano yung mas gusto nyo? Oo, pini-please mo yung ibang tao. Kung sinasabi yung may mga sinasabi sila sa'yo, i-achieve yun. Pero deep inside, di ka naman masaya, di ba? So I think um, it is okay to be at peace with yourself and at war with the world. At war not necessarily mean that fist fights or aawayin mo sila physically. What I'm trying to say is that we cannot live by what others say to us or what others opinions are to us. So I think have a peace of mind. And then the famous quote by the late Kobe Bryant: "It is not the but the journey." And of course, each of us set our own goals, set our own objectives in life. But if you're not able to achieve those certain objectives, right? Do you consider yourself a failure? So what matters in life is the journey. Along the way, may ma-encounter tayong trials, downfalls. We will fail. We will have mistakes. So the most important is you grew from it or you learn from it. So journey towards a destination is more important than the destination itself. So yeah, those two ways, aside from our family, God, and friends, you can motivate yourself by putting in your mind those two quotations that I've shared with you. Yeah, that's all.
As a professional, what is his contribution in our society today?
Thanks, RJ. So, just recently I resigned with my previous job. Actually, nag-resign ako last February 28. Na-hire ako sa job ko ngayon, March 2 yata. So I ask myself, ah, ano ba yung mako-consider ko na achievement ko sa previous job ko? I've been there for 6 years. Do I have a certain achievement na may pagmamalaki ko sa lahat? Nakapag-invest ako? Hindi. So I check my previous subordinates and I assess them. Nagkaroon ba ako ng impact sa buhay nila? Hindi lang personally, pati professionally. So, my greatest contribution as a professional in terms of my subordinates is letting them grow or paving a way for them to be a professional in their own way. So as a worker and contribution ko sa society natin. And then as a citizen of the Philippines, I think by following basic rules in our community, it is an act of professionalism. So in that way, you can contribute to our society. And as a friend, I cannot always lend help my friends financially because hindi naman ako mayaman eh. Oh, not all the time I can give financially. Lalo na mahirap yung buhay ngayon. But to contribute to them, I always do my best to give guidance and advices in every situation or decisions they make in life. And lastly, to my family, I think I am becoming a better son, an uncle, or a brother to my sister. So, those ways, masasabi ko na I contributed to our society. And that's all.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Jade.
Pero one last question. What can you say and advice for us as the youth nowadays? Magiging future citizen ka na. Meron ka bang advice o kaya you know, mga principles na hinahawakan mo? So, yun.
Okay, Jade. So, the situation right now is completely different with the situation that we have while when we studied, right? Especially the pandemic days. I can't imagine learning or studying while at home. Do not have a face-to-face discussion with your teacher. It's really hard, right? Some of
Mhm.
us do not have a stable internet connection. Yung iba sa hirap ng buhay ngayon, baka di makabili ng laptop. Talaga ng internet connection and gadgets just to be able to study. Unlike before, you go to school, mas maganda pa yung situation, mas matututo ka ng sa studies mo na mas madali. So right now, what I encourage you to think of the positive things out of this negative things that we have right now. Oo, mahirap yung situation, may pandemic, but always make it a point that you progress each and every day. Don't let a day pass na wala kayong matututunan. Hindi ka nag-grow. 'di ba? And then yung life natin marami siyang mga aspects. There is um, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Yun yung mga four main aspects ng buhay natin. Physically, you can help yourself by eating good foods, balanced diet, exercise, right? Emotionally, avoid stress, always find happy thoughts, and always be happy. Spiritually, always talk to God whenever you have problems or whatever you have in life. And mentally, sabi nga nung famous broadcast station, yung Net 25, familiar kayo sa ano na yun, sa channel na yun? Ah, ayan, isa
Masyado
siyang,
nanonood ng TV.
oh, yan. So, yung Net 25, yung slogan niya, feed your mind. Feed your mind, when you feed your mind, naging healthy din yung mind nyo. Become healthy. So, mentally, nag-grow kayo. So, yun, yung all aspects ng buhay natin, always feed them. Feed yourself good food for your physical. Feed your heart with happy thoughts for your emotional. Feed yourself with words of God for your spiritual. And feed your mind with knowledge para naging healthy lahat. Yan. And then, yun, always find the positive sides in every negative situation that we have. And that's the answer, Jade.
Thank you, sir. So, that's it po lahat. Meron pa po ba kayong gustong idagdag?
Yeah. So, lastly, to close this interview, I would like to say thank you to everyone for
Yun po.
letting me speak or share with you my experiences or as a successful person, even though I'm still young. I'm just 28. Sa part ko, I still have a lot to go. More way to go. Lalo na kayo, bata pa kayo. Nag-aaral pa kayo. So, just remember na one day, magiging professional din kayo. Meron din kayong personal experiences outside sa mga experiences ko na completely different sa na-experience ko. Gawin nyo is sana ma-share nyo din sa mga susunod na kabataan or susunod na students. Even though hindi kayo may interview or what, meron kayong younger brothers, younger sisters, or younger friends. Once na kayo na yung naging professional at meron na kayong na experience na downfalls or challenges na natuto kayo, share it with them. Kasi ganun yung buhay. We all learn from each other. We grew with each other. So, thank you for letting me your successful professional, and I wish you good luck in your studies and study hard. And studies are very important in our life to be successful. And that's all. Probably that's all that I can share with you right now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. Have a great day.
So, our purpose in this interview is to learn from his mistakes and success while he is trying to achieving his goals. So, I learned from him that don't mind the other criticism, don't affect from others telling about you or thinking about you that are bad. So just believe in yourself and do things that you think is good for you and the others. That's all.
Greetings. I am Angelica Yalong, member of Group 5 in G8 Ethics, which is assigned to interview a successful person concerning the topic of how they become successful. The person our group interviewed is Mr. Kenneth Raimundo, a successful engineer, and we asked him questions that he answered with full honesty. In conclusion to all of his answers during the interview, my insights are that all of the opinions made by the society makes negative effect to the person if that person pleases society instead of satisfying oneself to achieve their goals and find success. He stated that there are people who help overcome struggles, but it is up you, the person must overcome it by yourself to grow and be mature. He stated that maturity of a person makes them wise and achieve success in their own way. He also stated that even if one person fails, as long as they learn a lesson from that failure, it helps them grow into a better person. Working hard, keeping grounded, and having a peace of mind is what he stated the most in becoming a successful person, in which he identified success as not having lots of material things, but being satisfied with what he achieved and overcome. That's what being successful person really meant to him.
I'm Rolly James Smith from Group 5. Ang tumatak sa isipan ko sa pag-interview ko yung story na Raymond Doe. Hindi na nung makapagtapos ay yun lang pwede maging successful sa buhay nila. Pwede rin maging successful yung mga tambay, mga magkakaroon, mga ganun. Saka kahit na umagsak ka sa isang bago, huwag kang susunod. Dahil pwede rin pwede ka rin makabawas sa pagkakamali.
Hi sir, good day. I'm Jade from Group 4 and nakausap namin si Mr. Kenneth Raimundo. Isa siyang electrical engineer, 28 years old, and ang dami niyang na-share na experiences niya about sa journey niya. And yung one thing na nagrema sa akin is yung sabi niya, one step at a time. And he also quoted about, don't let a day pass by without achieving anything. So it does make sense na marinig ko yun. Kasi yung parang it's a reminder for me bilang kabataan, bilang estudyante. And alam ko sooner or later magiging professional din ako and magagamit ko yung mga sinabi niya. And what I really admire about Mr. Raimundo, yung habang sinasabi niya yung mga salitang yun, yung if you know what I mean, you cannot give what you don't have. So habang sinasabi niya yung mga salitang yun, meron siyang experience about sa mga sinasabi niya. So it gives an impact to the taong kaharap niya, mga taong kausap niya. Habang sinasabi niya yun, merong impact. Kasi yung mga sinasabi niya, hindi niya lang alam, naranasan niya. So as my conclusion, sir, don't rush and just take your time. Enjoy whatever season what you have. So yun po.
Fire.